good evening. Welcome to Chat with Khuwaish, your wish, sponsored by Nurdestinyofhope. Today's episode is all about a student life, and we are celebrating this week and dedicating to the students. We have one of the inspiring personality who has been amazing. Her transformation really touched me a lot, and especially my team. I have known her from school life, but I never know that she will transform to such a colorful life. She is well settled, she is independent, and she is having her own stable job. Today, she's here with us to share her inspiring stories, how this transformation happened in her life, how she became from a bright student to a superstar student. It's been a time where we need to appreciate such personalities because every person has something to say. Our platform is always contributing to all such personalities, and we would like to really thank her to accept our invitation and to give her valuable time from her hectic busy schedule. Let's not take much more time. Let's welcome Miss Merlin from India, who's staying in Khaimah, and she's going to interact with us. Let's chat with us only on Chat with Khuwaish, Your Wish, sponsored by Noor, the Destiny of Hope. Our invitation. Welcome to Chat with Khuwaish, Your Wish, sponsored by Noor, the Destiny of Hope. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. So, segment number one, that is connecting yourself. Could you please let us know about your profile, about your professional life, personal life, and all about yourself?
Sure, I could go. Well, my name is Merlin, and I am currently working in Khaimah, and I'm working as an accountant. Well, as a profession. So I've been working for a few years now, and this is kind of like my third year working as an accountant. And I'm two kids. We are two kids in my family, and I am the eldest daughter, and I've got a younger brother.
Okay. How about your relation with your sibling and with your parents?
They're great. At this point, my parents are back in India. They've gone back to settle, and my brother's here, and we're really like best friends. I could have never asked for more.
Well said. It's hard to stay alone to do yourself when you have a parents and when they are far away. But the woman as well as man nowadays, they need to survive and they have to sacrifice anything just for their family's sake. So salute to you, and I'm so glad that you are there in our show today. As looking to your life, what are the dreams you are living up to, and where you wish those dreams would be in the future?
I have a really different answer to this, to be honest, because I think that it depends on how you would define dreams. So for me, I would say being happy where I am and living a life which is content is a happy place. So I think I'm in a really good place, I would say. And at this point, I would say, yes, career wise, I could do a lot of improvements. Definitely, I would learn more. I could grow more. I am taking up a lot of classes I want to take. Yes, there's a lot of things that I would want to do, but I would say I'm in a really good place right now because I'm content and I'm happy with how things are in my life.
Alhamdulillah, there's a saying, whatever blessings we have, we should always be thankful because this is our testing time with the good as well as hard times. So I hope all goes well and good. With that note, what opportunities are you looking for the future as a career wise in your growth of your life?
At this point, I'm working as a senior accountant, and I would definitely want to, grow there in my position. And also, I am taking a bit of courses and classes, which would probably help me to reach that goal. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
Okay. So is there something which sometimes try to stop you in order to, like, suppose you have so many things to do, but do you think there's some there's some kind of stop will be there in your life that you think said, no, I'm okay, I'm fine, I've been such a bit, I don't want to change anymore. So do you feel such situation in any time?
Well, I think there's definitely a lot of stopping factors if you could see in those lights. I would say because I'm doing things on my own and I'm independent, there's a lot of times I need to save up for what I want to do. So that's definitely something that would, stop me to like just go forward and do things on my own. But I think it's a good thing because at this point I'm being responsible for what I'm doing and for my choices, yes, and that's definitely one thing that could slow down the process but not necessarily stop it. And I also think work life can be hectic. It's not easy to juggle up stuff. There's especially when you have a lot going on. It can be really hard to like balance both of them. So definitely it can be, I would still say it's not going to stop you. It's going to slow down the process maybe, but not really stop you.
Well said. With that note, if you get an opportunity that to live your life as you want to do, and you have no responsibilities, no job, you have all things available. So what
like
will
I
you
have
do?
all the money in the world.
Yeah. So what will you do if you get all the free time, leisure? So what you will be doing up to that?
I would say I would love traveling and meeting new people. That would be something I would really want to do.
Wow, that's great to know. So when you come across with lots of people, you receive lots of responses, and sometimes at workplace you think you have an expectation, like something you are believing to get it. So what do you expect more from your workplace, from your colleagues? Like, what's expectation you have on this?
Expectations. Well, I would say that expectations are probably burdens that you could place on yourself or others. So I would just probably want to do things as how when they come, like take it one step at a time. Like don't burden yourself of what you're going to do or what people expect you to be doing. I think you should just be where you are, content, and then when things get to you, I think you should just take it one step at a time and then just fix it out. So and I think like if you're just going to be yourself, be content where you are, I think you will be in a good place. Of course there'll be expectations, but you can't avoid that. But I think that you should do what you should be doing. And because everyone has a pace in their life, you can be expecting people to be doing one thing, or another person to be doing another thing. That's what you want them to do, but it's not necessarily what they want to do. So everyone has their own pace in which they would want to go. I think you should leave it to that and just take things at a step or at a time.
Yeah. So when you live upon like being alone and staying like an independent, you do face a lot of issues. It's not that everything is perfect 100%. So how do you deal when you come across some complications, some issues? How do you handle all such situations?
So for me, yes, of course, there's a lot of issues. If I just take my workplace, there can be people who would say something which is not true. So most of the time what I would do is that I confront the person. And so I think a lot of times you don't want to say anything to the person because you might feel like, oh, that person might not like what you say. But I think that in order to not have a bad idea about others, like you don't have to misunderstand the person, if you hear something, you can just go and talk, hey, I kind of heard this about you, and you were talking about this about me, and well, why don't you clarify it for me, so that's going to be difficult because you're at this point confronting a person and you don't want to really do that, but I think that's really helpful to clear any misunderstanding, and also your communication would be clearer and you're not having missed outs, and a lot of times if you're in the right and the person doesn't want to accept it at all, I think it's fine because you know the truth yourself, like you don't need to defend a lot for truth because you know that this is truthful, in what you are doing.
Exactly. When you are in the correct direction, when you are doing the correct thing, we don't need to justify how much people ask us to justify because we know that we are proper. But yet, in a current place, in current situations, sometimes it happens. I didn't justify them. I didn't do everything. Still, the blame will be on you. It's like a normal part of life.
Yes, so that's something you can't avoid, I guess.
With that note, as a Merlin, being a profession, you have so much things to say. But as a personal, you do have something strength in you and something weakness. So as a Merlin, what is your strength and what's your weakness?
Well, one of the biggest strengths, like I said, is being independent. One of the weakness I would say is that at times I could lack confidence. I think it comes part of being able to do everything alone, like being independent. Like a lot of times you can be confused that, oh, maybe can I do this thing or can I not do this thing, So you could be in a place where you are like not really sure and can lack confidence, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. It's all because negativity are there throughout your life because this is a part of we have to accept it now because of COVID-19. You saw lots of things are going on. It's changing like disaster everywhere. But still, people has to stay positive because we will overcome the situations. With that note, we are ending our segment number 1, connecting ourselves, and I'm so glad we come to know how Merlin has transformed from a student to an independent woman as you are now, and we are so glad to have you. Stay tuned with us. We'll take a short break and we'll move to our segment number 2. We are in conversation with Merlin from India, and she is one of inspiring personality as she is being career oriented. Stay tuned with us. We'll be back after a short break. After a short break, we are in conversation with Merlin from India, and she's inspiring us with her all life examples she is coming across. Now we are going to our segment number 2, which is connecting with the people. Let's see how Miss Merlin connects to the people all around her circle. So, Miss Merlin, when it comes to connecting with others, how easily you are connecting with people?
Well, I could say that I could be a lot friendly and I could make friends a lot. I think I'm a very social person, but I think my schedule has not let me do a lot of social things, and I'm not in touch with a lot of people. Because it's a lot busier and a lot of things are going on. But I've been able to keep in touch with my school friends, even now, like who used to be studying with me. So we met today in the morning, like all of us who are here.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're still in touch. So all my friends that I know from the school are still in touch with me, and we're in touch together,
Yeah, you get an opportunity to get in touch with anyone, member of your life, whom you want to get in touch with them. Anyone.
Well, I've got one of a friend who is in the Australia right now, and she's been my best friend since we were kids. I would say like 5th standard, I guess. And we still we might not be like constantly in touch with each other, but we do update, and we're like, at times we just pop up and like, hey, how are you doing? How's things going? And we're like a lot updated about each other's life. But so she would be one person, I would say.
If you don't mind, can you reveal her name and any message to her if she's watching this episode today?
Sure. Her name is Jesna. And what I would want to say is that I really miss her because she's no longer in UA anymore. And I really love her. And I wish we could go back to spending a lot of time together. Crazy stuff that we used to do, making really bad food. And I mean, destroying food. Basically, I miss all that and just spending time at each other's house, having each other's back, starting off as enemies. So I would say I really miss her a lot and I really love her.
Yeah. I hope she watched this episode and she will be so proud with all of your inspiring thoughts which I shared. What is your one of the personal mantra which you use in your life to be in touch with everybody's strong relation? So what's the personal mantra you say, like secret behind that? How do you keep connected with people so nicely?
Well, it's just that all of the times, if you think about a person, like, I mean, at this point in life, you're a lot busier and there's a lot going on in your life. And if you think about someone, I think you should just message them and just to get to know them. You know, you don't need to wait till they message you or be like, oh, I should just wait and let her message me and she could message me and then we could be, you know, that could just go on forever. Like if you're going to miss somebody and you're going to think about them, just send a message and be like, hey, how are you doing? You know? So I think that's one of a good way to just keep in touch because at this point you're thinking about them and also you're being in touch with them, you know?
Yeah, that's good to know. So we have something surprise for you.
My name is Neville and I'm from India. The way I know Merlin is by the fact that she is my sister, my only sister. Uh, and a wish I have for her is that as a Christian, that she would grow in knowing the Lord. I think that would be her joy and her desire too. And I have one fond memory of her. And I think this was around the age when I was 3 or 4, and she was being a year older than me, around 5. Uh, our parents were not at home, and I was feeling really sick. I remember I was feeling so sick that I actually vomited. And I remember my sister coming over and just taking care of me without any hesitation. And that's one memory I just can't never forget. To just see my sister being so servant hearted, serving other people, loving and caring me. And I think that's an image that's still etched into my memory and I will not forget. And that's all I have.
Hi, my name is Wafa and I'm from Bangladesh, and I know Merlin as we studied together in high school. So it's been almost 10 years since I know her. And my wishes for her is that she have anyways achieved all the dreams that she ever wanted to do, and I just want her to be happy in the upcoming days and in future, of course. So yeah, that's all. And memories with her is definitely countless. There's a lot to share, but I would say the nicest memory that I have shared with her is definitely the Holi, which we celebrated, let's say, I think 3 years back. Yeah, so we celebrated Holi 3 years back, and we had a blast. So that was one of the amazing memories I had with her. And of course, there's more memories, but since it's just one memory that I'm supposed to share, I guess. So yeah, and there's of course a lot of memories. Celebrating birthday together, going out for dinner. So these are like few things that I really have good memories with her. So yeah.
Hello, my name is Sonal and I'm from India, but I currently live in the UAE. How I know Merlin is because We used to study in the same school in grade 11 and 12, and we are really close friends. And my wish for her is that may she get all the success she deserves. She's a very hardworking person and an independent woman, and we have so many memories together. I remember how we used to share our problems, our happiness, and everything during the most difficult phases of our life, and how we used to enjoy being in the same school and roaming around. So there are so many memories which both of us have together.
So, Miss Merlin, how is that surprise? There were so many people who wants to say so many lovely words to you. Your friends, your sibling. So, how was it?
It was great. I mean, they're one of the closest people that I really love, and it was great to just hear what they had to say.
So, anything you want to share to them? Anything you wish to say to them? Your brother, your friends?
Well, for my brother, I would say he's an amazing person, and he is somebody that I would say more than what I could ask for. He has always been there. He's been a constant support, and I really love him for that. I mean, he's just been like helping me grow just as a person, like, you know, in all my problems, he's there. He knows how to talk me through it, and it's just amazing just having him as my brother. I would say about Sonal, well, she's been my friend throughout, and we've had one of really close friendships. And well, whenever we have problems, each of us have problems, like we just take the phone, like, hey, what are you doing? Like, I think we need to meet up. You know, like we need to say, we have a lot to say. And a lot of times if I don't message, she's like, okay, I'm pissed at you, you're not messaging me, there's a lot I want to say, you know. And I think we've had amazing friendship, and I really love her a lot too. And Wafa, well, she is too one of the most closest friends that I've had to. I mean, I'm saying all of them who are in LPS, to be honest, my classmates are amazing, and I've been in touch with them, and they're just awesome people, I would say. And Wafa had kind of been like throughout all my, so there's a lot of things that happened in my throughout my life, and all of them had been there throughout, you know. There was a time when my dad had met with an accident, and all of them had been there with me. I would say Wafa and Sona was like constantly there in the hospital throughout the 7 days he was there, you know. So I've got amazing friends with me, to be honest, and a lot more people, I would say. And I mean, so even though a lot of times we not be in touch like regularly, our friendship is just like we've talked from the last time, you know, like it's not like we have any breaks. So when we meet, it's like, oh, I've always known you, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no break, and it's like just goes on.
And I pray that this bond remains forever. And you know, this is what our concept segment number 2 is all about: connecting people, let to know how the things are. Segment number 2, which is connecting people, and we saw how Miss Merlin was connecting her circle. The beautiful messages brought her a smile, and even with an excitement, she has shared so many views about them. Now we'll take a short break and move to our segment number 3, rapid fire, followed by the main concept of the show. Stay tuned with us. We are in conversation with Ms. Merlin from India, and who is inspiring us with her inspiring story. After a short break, we are in conversation with Ms. Merlin from India, who is staying in Ras Al Khaimah and working as an independent. Now we are moving to our rapid fire round. In this segment, we'll ask you some of the exciting questions and you have to answer very fast. And if you do answer very fast, you will receive a surprise hamper from our side, which is full of customized all about your personality. So shall we start?
Sure.
Yeah. So the first question is, a place where you wanted to travel always?
Switzerland.
Wow. What do you want to say to the people around? A quote or a line, a positive line?
Be content in where God has placed you in.
If you get an ability or a skill, what would you want? What would you like to have? Which ability in you?
For people to see the truth.
Okay. What things you look forward each and every day?
What things I look forward each and
Every
the day in itself.
Okay. What's your favorite movie?
I don't really have favorite movies.
Never mind. What you're hoping for the next year?
Drawing.
Okay. What's your favorite book?
Disciplines of a Godly Woman.
Okay. Any childhood memory which you would like to share?
Yeah, one of them is me and my brother used to put powder and perfume on cockroaches because we thought they smelled bad.
What's the favorite thing you like about yourself?
Being independent.
If you would get an opportunity to change something in yourself, what would be that?
Reading the Bible.
But that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
What you're very grateful for?
For being a Christian.
Wow. When was the last time you cried?
Thursday.
According to you, which day is a perfect day?
When I'm happy. When I'm not crying.
Okay. When it comes to the conflicts between your friends, how do you sort out the issue? Who apologizes first?
We both.
Wow. Among your family members, whom you admire the most?
All of them, but my brother in specific.
What advice you want to give to maintain a healthy relationship?
Tell people how you feel when you feel it and don't postpone it later.
Okay. What is your hidden talent?
Hidden talent?
Yeah, in you. What's your hidden talent?
That's going to be embarrassing. Well, I like to sing.
Okay. So if
it's
you
not something everyone do, though.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I don't.
Can you sing something for us? A line or something if you want to sing?
No. I'm so bad at doing that. No.
Okay. If you got a chance to change your name, would you like to change your name?
No, I like my name.
When was the last time you text somebody?
A few minutes ago.
Wow. If you have been constantly getting the expertise in one of the field, which field it would be?
Are you saying other than the field that I'm working in, or
Yes.
just general? Interior designing.
Really, that's good to know. If you got a chance to be a personality in a book, which personality would you prefer?
In a book?
Yeah, any character.
Merlin the magician.
That's great to know. One of the secrets which you would like to reveal about your brother. Any secrets you know which you like to reveal? Something like.
Do I want to? I mean, are you asking me? Do I want to go home in one piece? Is that what you're asking me?
With that note, we're ending our segment number 3, rapid fire, and we have seen how exciting you were with your answers. Let's see which you will be winning the hamper or no with our time on tea. To our segment number 4, that is the last concept of the show. That is, what's your Khuwaish? That's what's your wish which you want to be getting fulfilled as soon as possible.
It's reading the Word of God more, which I'm not always consistent with, and I would really want to do that more.
I hope you be a very religious, as your brother always state his voice note. He wants you to be one of the best religious person ever. And we hope your Khuwaish, your wish, comes true as soon as possible. Last but not the least, any advice, anything you would like to say for our team or the people all around? Anything you experienced? What did you feel about?
Sure. Well, I think it's a great opportunity or a great initiative that you guys are taking, and thank you for inviting me to this show. I'm thankful that you guys did invite me over. And I think it was fun. It was great to just talk, I guess. And I personally know you a bit, and it was great to just get to talk to you in general, even though it was like a really formal setting. I think it was still good to like just to talk. And I think well, keep it up. I think you guys are doing a good job.
Thank you so much for all valuable feedback which you provided. This inspired us a lot. Now we are signing out from today's episode. Thank you so much to be part of our show. It's been a great time. Now we have seen this episode has been so amazing. Her inspiring concept, the way she is living upon. Being self-independent is not so easy, but she's facing all the challenges. This is a part of a student life where when you get so many responsibilities and when you have to face all of them independently. We really thank her to share her all amazing experiences, especially her circle has been so amazing. With that note, as I always say on the episode, please do wear a mask. Please do sanitize whenever required. Please do maintain social distancing and stop gathering as much as you want. Remember, everyone is responsible for all the actions and equal reactions. We need to end this pandemic as soon as possible, and it's under our hand to control it. Remember, our prayers can show miracle. Always pray to Allah Almighty to end this pandemic situation. Then only we can hope for a new day to come soon. Till then, it's me signing out from today's episode, and we'll meet next week with another personality who will definitely inspire us with her all stories. Till then, it's me signing out, your host, the most, Mohammed from the Chat with Khuwaish, Wish, sponsored by Nurdestinyofhope. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.